Peak Boardrooms is all about us all coming together peer-to-peer for CEOs, MDs, partners in businesses that are already successful at what they're doing but need to know what that next step is. The calibre of the delegates and our members are all of a high-end, high-integrity CEOs, MDs and partners in businesses, and they're all here to share in what they do but also learn and how the business can improve from just them being out of the business, which is a fantastic thing to do that not many CEOs or partners or MDs do, and just to get out of the business and into a room full of peer-to-peer people is a fantastic thing to do for them.
Lloyd has chosen the right selection of people in different industries in business to make for a very informative and reassuring conversation in terms of the challenges that business owners face. So I've really enjoyed the sessions.
First thing that happens is that we all get together for a tea and a coffee and a light breakfast and be able to talk to each other outside of the boardroom for now, as we would in any business boardroom. The agenda is shared before the day, so they know what's going on. So we come together as a group. Anything that's said in the room is confidential and stays confidential, and we talk about what we're going to do for the day from the agenda point of view. We go through the agenda. The first thing we do is go around the room on a 3-minute timer, which is really important to keep time, and be able to talk to each other as peer-to-peer, personally and privately, around how our month's been. But we also talk about successes, but also challenges.
I run a video production company and a social media agency called Art Media, and it's really beneficial coming to events like this because the industry we're in is constantly evolving. There's so much change with AI, social media's evolution over the last few years. So actually being in a room with loads of business leaders, learning more about the challenges they have and how they're very similar to the challenges we have has been really beneficial. And that sort of critical mass of getting a solution that you're all sort of coming up with together is really great, because sometimes as a business leader you're sometimes out there on your own, but actually when you've got a group like Peak Boardrooms, it's fantastic for actually learning from other people and coming up with a good solution.
At every Peak Boardroom day we go through a topic that's hot at the moment for business, and we have a debate around that and talk about where we can either benefit from it or not, and also about how we can explore it more. So such things like the eight top skills of business leaders and what their attitudes are around what's coming, especially around AI and the other stuff that we're talking about around us being instead of being helicopter leaders, being able to manage our businesses and run our businesses without us. Massive key issue. So at our launch meeting we had the international speaker David Thomas, who's presented across 60 countries. So David's talk was fantastic, and it was around powerful presenting for leaders, and it went down a storm fantastic. Everybody learnt a lot. We were up on our feet doing a lot of things and practicing some of his tips, which was absolutely fantastic.
Peak Boardrooms and working with Lloyd has been fantastic. You know, the value that I've got from the day has been outstanding. Learned a lot of things, but also refined a lot of things as well. The guest speaker was talking about presentation skills, body language, and you suddenly realise how much there is extra I could be learning about that in my own business. So it's definitely something I'd recommend to other businesses to come to Peak Boardrooms.
And then once the meeting comes to an end, we have another 15-20 minutes of close networking, talking and getting some feedback and talking about how, as leaders, we can move forward.
Yeah, my business is called Million Circles. We're a business coaching and advisory firm, so the value that comes out of this sort of stuff is what we preach ourselves anyway. Like connecting with like-minded people, getting lots of different thought processes so that you're not just having that one biased viewpoint of how to grow a business. It's diversity of thought, diversity of of everybody's like opinions and their experiences is like absolutely invaluable to everything. So, you know, overall, this is like, you know, a great experience.
In business, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. All you've got to do is find somebody that's already done it. You don't need to reinvent it. Do what they're doing and work and learn from them. In a peer-to-peer group, that's what we do. So if you'd like to know more, please make contact. Give us a call, go on the website, and I'm looking forward to talking to you then.